What do you all know about death? I am deaf. I shit on you all. Okay, that was my customary introduction to Hugh Screwer's How to Become an ADSOM training. My depiction of Tom Berenger's brilliant depiction of Sergeant Bob Barnes in the 1986 Oliver Stone film Platoon, starring Charlie Sheen as Taylor. Top billing, I think, Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger as Sergeant Bob Barnes, William Dafoe as Sergeant Weiss. Okay, and for those two who just started the online How to Become an ADSOM training, I know some of you are using the videos of these training classes as a useful tool to aid with that. So just revision, in home, trainer, Hugh Screwer. I work here, training at the school of underhand, conniving, knackery, knacks and backstabbery. Abbreviation SUCK. Want to use an acronym, of course, is SUCK. The training, of course, is how to become an ADSOM, which of course is an acronym, which we've been through before, but as I say, just for those who are just starting the online training at home, it's how to become an ADSOM, which is how to become an absolute dickhead supervisor or manager. We've been through all that before. Good to see everybody back in my training lessons. Everyone's back who's done lessons numbers 1, 2 and 3. So lesson 4 today. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a muck up session. No, Maverick doesn't mean you can muck up, Maverick. I'm saying it's a muck up. It's a muck up session as far as it's haven't got a formal set of points to fire. Because as in lesson 3, I said you were to have Mr. Richard Pipe come along. Richard Pipe. See if we've still got that. Yeah, still got that training board for the revising too. Richard Pipe. He was an auxiliary trainer going to come along. He's from a different training school. But he's going to be working this. He was to be working this training school. He's from the training school known as Teachings in Useless, Ridiculous Deeds. TURD, known as Turds. And he was going to do his training, which he was going to do a series of training classes, which was to be basically ADSOM, which is what you guys are going to be if you successfully finish this training course. ADSOM etiquette at junkets, and I went through a couple of summaries of sort of things he might be training in. Now Richard, for whatever reason, can't make it today, so that's why it's a bit of a muck up day. So I'm just gonna gonna wing it a bit, if you like, and we'll just go through a few things. No, Mr. Maverick, it doesn't mean because Richard Pipe is not the train, doesn't mean we're all at the junction. Look, you'd tried to raise that as a comedic point last training session. My answer today, Mr. Maverick, will be the same as last week. If you can't remember my answer, Mr. Maverick, I suggest when you go home, get online and watch the video of lesson number 3. And you'll have it. Okay, we've got with the funny hats on, one of my favourites here. Very funny hat. Spin doctors, yeah. Look, it's first time you've interjected in one of my training classes, spin doctors, and that's okay now. But I'll tell you this, if you want to call me baby, that's not okay now. If you want to buy me flowers, that's not okay now. If you want to talk for hours, that's not okay now, because here at SUC, they only allocate 20 minutes for these ADSOM training sessions. But yeah, okay. What's your point, Mr. Spin Doctors? Okay, I'm not going to lie to you, that is true. There is a rumour going around SUC, and obviously beyond SUC, that Mr. Richard Pike is now part of his recruitment, and rumoured to be his delay in taking over is that he's going to take over completely from me doing the ADSOM training. That is the rumour. That is true too. That is true. That is true, Spin Doctor. Yeah, the rumour is that there's certain directors and CEO at SUC who, upon whatever scrutiny they've done in my training lessons, that they've found some of my methods to be unsound. Heaven forbid, it is an ADSOM training, for hell's sake. What do they expect? Yeah, I mean, my introduction, doing my depiction of Sergeant Bob Barnes in the movie Platoon, in rumoured to be one of the methods under scrutiny. So there you go. It's out there. All I can say to you guys, is I'm going to be doing everything in my power to finish off this training for you guys and get you graduated and get you out there as ADSOMs. Okay, so that's my commitment to you. That's my commitment to you. So we'll just treat those as rumours, and that's where it stands. But it may, if it comes to pass, it may be that it might be me, the old Hugh Screwer, up against the new Dick Pipe. We'll see how it goes. As Sergeant Barnes said in Platoon, they ain't gonna be no time for any court martial out here. And he would have gone on to say, a bunch of 5-star directors trying to fight this training war with one hand tied to their balls. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so what are we going to go on with? Okay. Being ADSOM, of course, when you get out there in your workplace and you're being an ADSOM, because you are an ADSOM, you're going to make heaps of stuff ups. You might call cock ups. Future training, they're giving me some techniques specialising in covering up those stuff ups or cock ups or whatever training. But today, just a little bit of something that's going to do later in the train, but we might look at what's not a cock up, but what's called cock offs. In the business, they call them cock offs. What are these? We've gone through basically, the stuff where, the staff under you kick them down, and then your staff above you kiss up, right? All that sort of stuff. But we haven't sort of gone through, what to do with your peers. The people who are on the same management level, supervisory level as yourself, across like that. How do you treat them? I mean, some are going to be ADSOMs. Some would have done this very training. So that's the thing. They're gonna be out there equipped with the same tools to be a tool as you are. So it's something to bear in mind. These are things called cock ups. I mean, realistically, fellow ADSOMs, as they we'll go into more detail how to treat them in future lessons, but just want to deal with what's known as the old cock off. And what I'm talking about with cock offs, you have a meeting, there's a few of you on that same management supervisory level, you get together, have a meeting. So you'd come into the meeting room, you're trained in this course, of course, you've using your signature walk to come in, there's a bit more panache, that you've used signature walk to come into the room, As I say, a lot of them will already have done this course, so they'll be up for the cock off, right? So I haven't got a swivel chair off the back, so I'll have to just be a bit careful. So you'll get down, you're all crowded in the room, you come in, and you go, g'day Finchie, g'day Jacko, Boffo, Bippo, how's the weekend, how they hanging, that sort of stuff. And so this is not a very good chair, but it has got a swivel chair, so you'll find yourself in there. Anyway, they'll all be sitting down, so I might lean back against this thing here. They'll all be leaning back, and back like that, flexing the, muscles on the arms, looking at the gums, they're cock-offs, you're trying to out-cock one another kind of thing. The ultimate, if it progresses, you can have a bloodbath. So what the technique I use in these cock-offs is basically known as an SSFA, which is an acronym, of course, for a sustained simulated flatulence attack. Because they'll get in there and everyone's cocking off, but basically, people let the odd bit of flatulence rip, like that. But nobody wants to be responsible, have it put out, that they're basically, giving off uncontrollable, bad smelling flatulence or farting, if you like. So what I do, and there's various ones of these. I'll just cover up the brand, because here at Suck we do go into sponsorship deals, so I don't want to affect any of those sponsorship deals. But it's I have this hidden in my pocket, and of course it's because I might have one ready to rip, but I can't sort of have a few ready, so I'm just sort of have this in my pocket. You just sort of, you're looking through stuff, you talk to stuff, good work on that, all that sort of crap. And actually I did have a bit of flatulence ready. Anyway, but just go and you just, after a few minutes you can get like a rhythm up, it's like, T and T, T and T. T and T, you get the picture. So anyway, what you'll basically do is very funny, Mr. Maverick. Mr. Maverick is saying that the flatulence machine has stopped working. It hasn't. Anyway, so you clear the room, then you can have the meeting by yourself, which is the best meeting that you'll ever have. Okay, yes, Farm Brand. The smell, won't they? They'll get the sound and the smell. Yeah. Actually, supplementary to that, to create the smell. What I do is basically I pick up a few of those scratch and sniff sets. The ones that celebrity cook Collie. I think his show is Collie's Cosmopolitan Colossal Culinary Experience. I think it was also known as the best ever cooking show, something like that. But he has, remember, you've seen the one. You've seen them advertised. You can pick them up at supermarkets, good bookstores, not bad bookstores, only good bookstores, service stations, church bazaars. Anyway, second hand, of course, it's church bazaars. But you can pick that. I normally pick up a couple of those. Have a couple of those. I've got one here, and of course, if we just simulate that, I've got the flatulence going, Of course, they're colour-coded collies, scratch and sniff sets, you know, the ones where you can watch his cooking at home, and you know, if he's cooking, you know, broccoli, you know, you can go to B2 and scratch off B2 and get that smell of the broccoli cooking. And of course with these, you know, I go to some of these ones, he's got ones with, you know, fermented eggs, you know, and he's got stinky tofu, you know, and, you know, it's got, you know, got another one here, you know, called reheated fish. Yeah, also, so what I do, I have a folder, you know, I have a folder there, I have this, you know, just I'm pretending I'm going through the spreadsheets, you know, and I'm going, you know, good work, Tompkinson. Oh yeah, oh very good figures, Jenkinson, but I'm basically at the same time I'm scratching off these and giving aromatically affecting the room and emptying the room. So yeah, so that's how to deal with cock-offs. You'll find too that a lot of ADSOMs, yeah, with muscles, you know, just throwing muscles, you know, they'll do stuff, you know, like even like just shove their muscles, you know, they comb the hair, you know, like that in the meetings like that, you know, they'll sort of, you know, there might be something, you know, just on the floor, they'll bend down, pick it up, you know, look at the muscles kind of thing. A lot of them you'll actually find they basically go through that IH syndrome, which in the business course is known as the Incredible Hulk syndrome, where they're basically they're wearing, buying, getting their clothes made, you know, at least one size too small, you know, so that you know, the muscles will you know, be more sort of prominently showing, you know, and you know, more prominent, you know, in your signature walks and so forth when you're lifting. And what you can do is basically to push them into another syndrome, which I'll get to. If you start wearing your clothes just almost a little bit tighter, right, wearing your shirts and your trousers a little bit tighter, you know, they'll be pushed to, you know, go and almost, you know, go down two sizes too small, which will push them into that other syndrome, which is known as OIH syndrome. Okay, so let's get back to IHS syndrome. IH syndrome is Incredible Hulk syndrome. You know, that's where you basically got your clothes too small. You know, and it's like the Incredible Hulk, you're bursting out. It was a bit funny, really, wasn't it? Incredible Hulk. You know, his shirt always burst off, kind of thing, but his trousers would just sort of shrink to become, you know, like a pretty comfortable looking sort of fashionable set of shorts. Really, I didn't know why his trousers didn't burst out. But you'll find ADSOMs, you know, a lot of ADSOMs have got that IH syndrome, Incredible Hulk syndrome. Now, if you get your clothes made just a little bit tighter, you know, so just a bit tight around your muscles, they'll push them into getting their clothes. If they haven't getting, some will get their clothes tailor made, but some will buy them two sizes too small, and that's known as OIH syndrome, which is overextended Incredible Hulk syndrome, where they're basically too tight that they'll burst, and then they'll burst their clothes, they'll burst their trousers, and then you can basically, you've got the situation there where you can throw them under the bus, you know, just pour them in. Look at that, fucking expose himself, a dirty fecker, photograph it, report it up, piss him off, throw him under a bus, yeah, throw him under a bus, for sure, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty well cock-offs.